What happens when Hollywood's most unstoppable action star and one of the industry's most mysterious leading ladies disappear to a small town in Vermont only to be caught holding hands? For months, whispers about Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas have swirled quietly through studios and fan forums. But this weekend, those quiet whispers exploded into full-blown speculation, because the photos that just came out changed everything. And it's not just about a stroll through Vermont. This moment has everyone asking the same question. Are we looking at the beginning of Hollywood's next power couple, or is there something even bigger going on behind the scenes? The photos came out quietly at first. A few grainy shots on social media, a blurred image of two familiar silhouettes walking through a sleepy Vermont street. But then, the full set dropped. There they were, Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas hand in hand, no cameras, no movie set, no entourage. Just two of Hollywood's biggest stars strolling down the main street of Woodstock like it was the most natural thing in the world. They weren't hiding, but they weren't exactly performing for the cameras either. Ana in a cozy sweater, Tom in a baseball cap, no red carpet glamour, no staged smiles. Instead, it was casual, almost intimate. And for anyone who has followed these two over the last few months, that single image said more than a dozen interviews ever could. By the time the shots hit people in Vanity Fair, the internet had already exploded. Fans were dissecting every detail. The way his hand wrapped around hers, the relaxed way she leaned in as they walked, even the fact that they were sharing ice cream on a park bench like a couple that didn't care who was watching. And that's when the whispers of a close working relationship turned into one very loud question. Has Hollywood just found its next unexpected couple? But the photos were only the beginning. Not long after those photos surfaced, People magazine dropped a story that pulled the curtain back even further. According to insiders, what's been building between Tom and Ana isn't just a casual friendship. Sources describe the two as incredibly close, with Tom becoming a steady source of support for Ana, not only in her career but in her personal life too. One insider went as far as to say that Ana genuinely enjoys spending time with him, and that he's been there for her in ways that go beyond the set. For someone as guarded and private as Ana, those are not words that get said lightly. And while the question of romance is still hanging in the air, the way people close to them talk makes it sound like their bond has shifted. What started out as a strictly professional connection has evolved into something more meaningful, something that now seems impossible to hide. But why Vermont? Why now? To understand that, you have to know what this quiet little town means to Anand. Why she decided to bring Tom there in the first place. For Ana de Armas, Vermont isn't just a weekend getaway, it's her sanctuary, tucked away in the small town of Woodstock. She owns a $7 million retreat, a place she's described to friends as where she can finally breathe. Far from the flashing cameras of Los Angeles, it's where she escapes the chaos of her career, switches off her phone, and just disappears into nature. So when Ana decided to invite Tom there, it wasn't random, it was deliberate. She wanted him to see her world away from Hollywood, the side of her life that very few people ever get close to over the weekend. The two of them visited her favorite hidden spots, a little independent bookstore, a farm where she likes to walk among the animals, and even a local ice cream shop where regulars say they blended in so well. Most people didn't notice who they were until the photos went viral. It wasn't a luxury yacht in Monaco or a private island. It was simple, quiet, and that's exactly what made it so revealing. Because for Ana, Vermont isn't about showing off. It's about trust. And taking Tom there says more than any statement she could post online. But their story doesn't start in Vermont. Their connection began months ago. A film set that's about to change both of their careers. The truth is, this connection didn't appear out of nowhere. It started on set. Ana and Tom are co-starring in Deeper, a high-stakes thriller that begins filming this month. At first, their relationship was all business. She saw him as the ultimate professional, the guy who throws himself into every stunt, every detail, every scene. And for Ana, working alongside someone with that level of focus was a dream opportunity. But as weeks of prep turned into months of planning, something shifted. People on the production say Tom started stepping in as a mentor, helping Ana with everything from physical training to understanding the demands of a massive studio film. And according to a source, Ana couldn't stop talking about how much she's learning from him. She's called working with Tom an opportunity of a lifetime, which is not a phrase she throws around lightly. What's interesting is that mentorship seems to have turned into friendship, and friendship into something deeper. By the time they stepped off the set and into the real world, it was clear they weren't just co-stars anymore. And if you trace things back, there's a pattern here, one that started long before that quiet Vermont trip. If you look back, the signs were there long before Vermont. The very first spark of speculation came in February this year. The two were spotted at a quiet dinner in London, just the two of them, no security. No team, no cameras rolling. At the time, everyone dismissed it as a professional meeting. After all, Deeper was in early stages, and what's more natural than two co-stars grabbing a meal? But that was just the beginning. Over the next few months, they were seen together again. A helicopter ride over the English countryside. A yacht outing in Spain, where photographers caught them laughing on deck. And then there was Wembley Stadium. Side by side at an Oasis concert, blending into the crowd as if they weren't two of the most famous people on the planet individually. Those moments seemed harmless. Together, they started to form a pattern. A slow, careful progression from colleagues to companions to something much harder to define. And now, after Vermont, that slow burn isn't so easy to explain away. Of course, with a spotlight this bright. Not everything has been smooth sailing, of course. The closer these two appear to get, the louder the internet gets. Some fans can't stop talking about the age. Gaptum at 63, Anna at 37 and wondering if that kind of difference can really work? Outside the movies, others insist it's nobody's business, pointing out that Hollywood has always been full of unlikely matches, that somehow last ... and then came the Instagram drama ... just a few weeks ago. Eagle-eyed fans noticed that Anna had liked a post that appeared to shade Nicole Kidman, Tom's ex-wife. Within hours, screenshots spread across social media, with fans dissecting whether it was an innocent double tap or a subtle message. It might seem small, but in the world of celebrity relationships, even a single like can set off a wave of theories. Was Anna defending Tom? Was she throwing shade? Or was it all just an unfortunate coincidence? No one close to them has addressed it, but that tiny online moment poured fuel on a fire that was already burning fast. And now, with filming for Deeper about to begin, everyone's asking the same question. Can they keep their relationship private once the cameras start rolling? So where does this leave them? Right now, Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas seem to be standing at the edge of something new. What began as a professional partnership has grown into a bond that's becoming harder and harder to ignore. They've been careful: no red carpet declarations, no official statements, no flashy public displays. Instead, what we've seen are small moments: a dinner, a helicopter ride, a concert, a quiet walk in Vermont. And that might be the point. With Deeper about to start filming, the world is going to see a lot more of these two in the same frame. But the real story might not be on screen at all. It could be happening quietly when the cameras aren't rolling. Whether this becomes Hollywood's next big romance or stays as an unusually close friendship, one thing is clear: whatever Tom and Anna have found in each other, it's strong enough that they're no longer hiding it. And after Vermont, everyone is watching to see what comes next.